I am 31 male and she is 25 female. 9 months ago, after my girlfriend of 4 years moved in with me, we entered in an open relationship. It was all her idea and I willingly accepted it because I loved her. She said she wants to sexually explore other people, genders, scenarios, and etc. We have been together for 4 years, so this really blindsided me. She is the love of my life and I wanted her to be happy, but I would be lying if it didn't take a toll on my mental state. It would have been a lot easier to know that she was into poly before falling in love with her. Would have also been easier if she told me this earlier. We have been together for a while now. Would have been nice to know sooner. She comes from a pretty open background. Mother didn't hide anything from her, and her father was a free spirit back in the days. She has seen it at a young age. Me, not so much. Christian background, but not religious at all, and haven't been since 4th grade. But the morals learned from my said religious belief are ingrained into me. For the worst, if you ask me, it held me back a ton. Not to toot my own horn, but I would say I am an attractive male physically and personality-wise. Subjective, of course. I held on my virginity till I was 21. Pretty late considering I was in many moments where I could have had sex with women. I would also get mad at myself, rejecting easy lays before I met her. Plenty of opportunities with lovely girls. Just would stop myself before getting down to business. Like I really screwed myself bad out of excess because of my morals screaming in my head. Examples: had a bunch of girls who crushed on me that I just straight up refused for some reason, and plenty drunken party moments. The only reason I even got with the girl I did is because she's just beautiful inside and out. But here we are. I am being pushed against my morals into an open relationship that I didn't sign up for in the beginning of our relationship. I guess my main thing is I want her to be happy, and I agreed to this for that reason. She also wants me to actually explore with others, as she is well aware that I screwed myself over actually before her. Her and I have actually explored quite a bit since we decided to be open, as I am trying to make it work. It's great in that aspect, just not being scared to explore with each other. Also, her general happiness level has increased a lot on her side since we have started this. She had had excess with multiple guys couple of months in, and I was still being held by my morality, and I took it pretty badly at the time. It's just fully hard for me to fully accept these things, I guess. One moment I'm so down with it, the other moment not so much. I felt like I'm losing my noodles, to be completely honest. I couldn't imagine spending time with another woman. It's hard to explain without blasting more text onto this post. We have set rules such as no sleeping with friends and no bringing excess partner home, no kissing, etc. Many of those rules would be broken within months of our open relationship. Back to when things fell apart. 5 months into our open relationship, we drove 3 hours to visit her family, as she would do the same for mine. We visited her family for 3 days for her mom's birthday. One thing led to another. I ended up having excess with my girlfriend's mom in the living room while her dad was asleep in the bedroom. I really didn't intend for this to happen, and I'm not proud of it. Her mom had my girlfriend and her older brother at a young age, and she looked young for her age. I have only seen her a couple of times prior, and we get along well. She was 44 years old at the time. We arrived a day before her birthday, and it was supposed to be a close family event, so her brother and her dad were home. It was supposed to be a small family event with 2 of her mother's best friends present. After the birthday celebration, her older brother drove back home that evening, and her dad went to bed because he was waking up early to work the following day. It was still around 11 p.m., so we decided to take her mom and her other 2 friends to the bar. After a couple of drinks at the bar, the 2 friends decided to head home to their families. So it was just my girlfriend, her mom, and I. We sat on a bar stool drinking and talking about life in general and our jobs. Then out of nowhere, a guy my girlfriend used to be friends with showed up to say hello. She went to high school with him, and they were friends back in the days. He came with a group of friends. After he said hello, I went to the other side of the bar where his friends gathered. My girlfriend wouldn't stop looking towards their direction. I could tell that she had lost interest in our conversation and looking to jump ship. But me and her mom carried on with our conversation. We got along well, so we didn't mind my girlfriend losing interest. Few minutes later, my girlfriend excused herself and joined her friend's group, claiming that they haven't seen each other for so long and wanted to catch up. Moments after she left, I was super okay with it, and the other moment I was Captain Depression. Her mom could sense the change in energy and asked me what that was all about. I told her that it was nothing, but she pressed for answers and wouldn't let go. That was when I told her that 5 months prior, my girlfriend wanted an open relationship, and that wasn't what I wanted. But I supported her because I didn't want to seem controlling or lose her, and I am struggling with the idea of her sleeping with other men, and I get super jealous when she hangs out with friends. That was the first time I've ever said something about it to another person since we started the open relationship. Her mother expressed her concerns about it, and we discussed my jealousy and how it was natural to feel that way. She encouraged me to open up to my girlfriend about it and see if we can close it without anyone getting hurt, because I was obviously struggling with it. I told her that I'm trying to get over myself, I guess, and it's just hard. I want her to feel free, I suppose, but I'm struggling with it morally. I looked towards the area where my girlfriend was supposed to be hanging with her friends group, and they had left the venue. Thinking she was outside with them for a smoke break, I continued my conversation with her mom. Her mom was open-minded and didn't seem shocked by her daughter's relationship choice. I definitely would like to be into it. It's a very thrilling feeling, I would imagine. Stupid effing religious morals that are just ingrained into me. To make matters worse, my girlfriend then sent me a text message saying that we shouldn't wait for her. I replied back telling her how uneasy I felt about it and how it was against our set boundaries to have excess with friends. I showed the text message to her mom. She wasn't horrified by this. She placed her hand on my shoulders and tell me to forget about it for tonight. And if it helped, she would talk to her tomorrow. I really hate myself at that moment, so I rushed outside to see if I could catch up with her, but she was gone. I called her, but she didn't respond. I was feeling really shitty as she had broken the boundaries that we shouldn't sleep with friends. I came back to the bar to her mom, looking angry, and she told me not to allow her to ruin my night. As she went to the bar to get some more drinks, we sat and talked about open relationship, and she opened up about her excess life with her husband, my girlfriend's dad. She told me that open relationship would probably be better idea for her than younger folks like us, because her excess life with her husband is non-existent, but she couldn't imagine an open relationship at our age. The alcohol opens us up to conversations about things that we wouldn't normally talk about, like her bucket list of things she would like to do sexually, positions she would like to try, and celebrities that she had crush on. Her mom was always open-minded, but the conversation we were having was beyond a future mother-in-law and son conversation, and I could feel the actual tension in the air. We were getting intoxicated, so I told her that we should start heading home before I become too intoxicated to drive. On our way home, we were singing along karaoke songs on my radio and enjoying each other's company. Good vibe all around. We arrived home safely. As she was about to get out of the car from the passenger side, she came close to give me a hug, and I went for a kiss after the hug. We started making out for what seemed like a minute before she broke it off and slowly opened the passenger door and headed into the house. I was right behind her. The living room was dark and quiet. and her husband was already asleep in the bedroom. She just stood in the living room in the dark, and I felt like she was waiting for me. I approached her from behind, and we ended up having excess on the couch. After the deed was done, she went back to the room, and I went to my girlfriend's room to call it a night. I was awoken up by my girlfriend the following morning when she came back from effing her friend. She came home with the same amount of love for me, not even acknowledging that she had broken the boundaries of no friends and ignored my call. But who am I to judge? I just had excess with her mom, which was far worse, and I wish it didn't come to this, but I feel like I can get over this or even embrace it because in my mind, we were even. I have stayed with her while she goes out and explores, and I built resentment. I felt it's time that I do the same, and enough of being held back by my moral guilt. I was so embarrassed by what transpired the previous night that I couldn't face her mom and was trying to hurry up and pack my things and to head back home with my girlfriend. We had already packed our belongings in the car when her mom came out wearing her pajamas to bid us farewell. Her dad left early for work and we didn't get to see him. When we arrived at our apartment, I received a text from her mom asking if we arrived home. We continued to text each other, checking up on each other, and never mentioned what happened the night of her birthday. After we went back home, my girlfriend finally apologized for leaving her mom and I at the bar and for violating the boundaries of our open relationship. She said she was concerned that I never brought it up and know that it was eating me up inside because I have been acting strange since we came back from her mom's birthday, and her mom has been asking about me. She claimed that she still loves me and felt like the open relationship lifestyle is what was best for our relationship. I wasn't as jealous as I used to be when she went off and banged other dudes. 2 weeks after her mom's birthday, my girlfriend told me that her mom was coming to visit us, which would be her first time since we started living together. When she came on Friday evening, the three of us hanged out all night at the apartment, and her mom and I couldn't find alone time till Saturday morning when my girlfriend went for a run. It was clear to me after my girlfriend left the house why her mom came to visit. Then we had excess the second time. She traveled back on Sunday evening and promised to visit us more often. For years, the moral learned from my religious belief held me back from fully appreciating the freedom of our open relationship. But after having excess with my girlfriend's mom, I felt no guilt pursuing other women as careless as my girlfriend has been sleeping around with other men. Except that I took it a bit further. Underneath it all, I still felt animosity against her for opening our relationship because I thought we had something good going before getting other people involved in our relationship. I wasn't sure our relationship could survive this. I came to the realization that she had checked out of the relationship, but she didn't want to break up with me till she finds someone better. In the meantime, she would sleep around with other men to find my replacement under the disguise of an open relationship. I started searching for girls on dating sites and inviting them home, which is against the rules, but figure I could beg for forgiveness later. I wasn't going to be paying money for hotel rooms because I can invite women to the apartment. It was easy for her because men mostly are responsible for inviting women to their place or pay for hotels. Then one day she got mad at me because a girl stayed over longer than usual and I got caught. She met her coming out of our apartment. As my girlfriend was coming out of the elevator, she yelled at me for breaking the rules, and it turned into a big argument where she wanted us to close the relationship. I agreed, but continued to see other women behind her back because I didn't feel like I could trust if she wasn't doing the same. This went on till a couple of months later when her mom came to visit again. This time, her mom and I met at a local hotel on Friday night, and I came home on Saturday morning. Her mom came by our apartment on Saturday to spend time with my girlfriend. That Saturday night, after I thought my girlfriend was asleep, I planned on meeting her mom in the guest room where she was staying, which was super risky, but I let the other guy do the thinking. So I sneaked into her room thinking my girlfriend was asleep. We were doing our business in the middle of the night when I heard a loud bang on the door. My girlfriend was ordering us to open the door. We have been caught. Apparently, my girlfriend heard us going at it in the guest room. I felt like digging a hole or jumping through the window, but we were on the fourth floor. I had no choice but to open the door and face the music. She went crazy on her mom and I, yelling at us that we betrayed her and how disappointed she was for her mom. She broke up with me that night and wanted her mom to leave our apartment in the middle of the night. Why I still love her. The open relationship had destroyed the innocence of our relationship. At that point, the morality that was ingrained in me have been corrupted. After her mom left that night, I followed behind her and we booked a hotel together where we stayed to the rest of the night. Her mom was obviously more affected by it that night and we didn't do anything when we arrived at the hotel. I came back to the apartment to find my things thrown across the balcony to the parking lot of the apartment. I picked it up and took my belongings to the storage. My girlfriend blocked me on everything. That didn't bother me because I wasn't in the mood to apologize or reach out to her about fixing the relationship. I didn't hear back from her mom for a few days, so I reached out to her. She told me the fallout wasn't as severe as it didn't affect her marriage. She said she's trying to fix her relationship with her daughter, and it helped that I'm no longer in the picture. Crazy thing was, a few weeks after I rented my own apartment, her mom hit me up and drove hours to spend a weekend with me. Few weeks ago, I ended things with my ex-girlfriend's mother when I started dating another girl exclusively. Thank you for making it to the end of this story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you and have a wonderful day.